Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today, inshallah, we will explain an introduction about Unity and scripting. Uh, Unity is a software, a development software we use usually to create an interactive content. Mostly it's used in the field of game development, and also we can use it in developing VR, AR content, mobile applications, and web applications. Unity and C# scripting is considered as a cross-platform software. We can use Unity to develop a content, and that content could be exported to be used in mobiles, in VR glasses, AR, in Xbox, PlayStation, and etc. Firstly, in order to download Unity, you can go to the Unity website and search on Google Unity download, and then download the Unity Hub. After that, you can install the Unity. Once you install, you can create your project by using the Unity Hub. From here, if you have a project that you worked on before, you can click on it and open it. If you want to copy the project and use it in another device, you can click here on Show in Explorer, and then you can copy the project folder and move it to any other device. In any other device, if you want to open the project, you can click here on Add and specify the folder location, and then the project will appear here. And all you need to do is just to click on it. For creating a new project, you can click here at New. You can select the template from here. For us, we are going to work with Universal 3D. Here we put the project name. For example, first project 1, the location and the organization. And then all you need to do is just to click on at create project. With Unity software, the scripting language that we are going to use is the C# language, and the C# is a case-sensitive language. We can use it with Unity. It's better to download the Visual Studio for the scripting, or you can download the Notepad++ or any of the other softwares for scripting. But for me, I'm going to use the Visual Studio. Today, inshallah, I will explain to you the Unity user interface. What are the components of the Unity user interface, and how to create the basic things in Unity, how to interact with the user interface, and how to create a scripting file, inshallah. Okay, here we have the user interface for Unity. Here in the middle, we have the work area or the scene. At the top here, we have some controllers to manage how we see, how we deal with the objects, with the components we have here. One of them, for example, if we want to convert between 2D and 3D, and the shadow, the lighting, the shading, among of other things. At the left here, we have the hierarchy. Everything we put inside the scene will appear here as a game object. I mean, any game object we add will appear here. For example, an image, a 3D model, a text will appear here. Here we have the inspector. Inspector contains the components or the properties for any game object we add. We can add many things. We can change or modify many things. For example, the transform and other properties. It depends on the type of the project. Here we have the assets. Any file we import will appear here, but it's important to mention that the files appear here doesn't mean that these files are used inside this scene. And we have the console. We use it for monitoring the programming. If we have in the scripting any errors, it will appear here. Also, if we use the debug to check the programming, we can check it here. Here, behind the assets, we have the project file that contain the scenes, also contain packages that we are going to talk about in the future, inshallah. Here in the work area, we that called the scene. Behind it, we have the game. The game we use to test the what we developed, what we did in the in this software or a project. And here we have the basic controllers for any 3D or 2D software environment. For example, the scale, the rotation, the position. And that's in a brief. Also, here we have the menus, the file to open a scene, to save, to build a project, to export or publish the project. Edit, contain copy paste as any software. Assets to create, we use it. And also the game object, we use it to create an object. We have also the components. Components we add. Components are the things we add to the game objects. And we have some other menus we will explain later, but the window to open any window related to the things that we are going to deal with in Unity. That's in brief the user interface. Let us try create something. For example, here I'm going to create a new object. Before I create, here if I click at the camera, for example, I can see inside the inspector the properties, the features that I can change or modify in terms of what I need or what I want. For example, here I'm selecting now the camera. If I select the directional light, I can see the settings related to directional light. I can change, I can add an extra component, and we are going to do that in the future, inshallah. Let me create now, for example, 3D cube. I can use the W to move the object. I can use the E to rotate. I can use R to change the scale. To rotate and navigate inside the scene with Alt and left mouse key, I can rotate the scene. With Alt and mouse wheel click, I can move the scene. Mouse wheel, by using the mouse wheel, I can zoom in and out. Let me create another thing. Here I enable the 2D option. I'm going to create inside UI, I'm going to create an image, and we have two types of image, the raw image and the image itself. Raw image, it's we use it to usually with the regular images or files we import to Unity. Image, we can use it with for sprite. And sprite, for example, for a character that contains more than one image and we want to show them as an animation, we can use the image, not the raw image. About the sprite, inshallah, we will explain later. Here I have the file. As I said, I can use the W to move it, E to rotate, and R to change the scale, or I can click at them from here. Here I have the basic components, for example, the transform in position in X and Y and Z. I have the rotation and scales like any 3D softwares. Here from add, I can add any components I want. And the components that usually we need, uh, like the physics, for example, add a collider for collision, rigid body for gravity, adding a physical material to the object. The components, we can add them from here or we can add them from here. And that's how we add an object. Also, we have the image. Image, as I said, we can attach only sprite to it. So if I want to change an image to sprite, I need to click at the image, and then I need to change it to sprite. If I have multiple, I need to keep it multiple, but here I have single image, and then I need to click on apply. And after that, I need to drag the image from here after I change it to sprite to here inside to be able to enable it. And by the way, here I did the same. I attached the image inside the texture, and I can change the color here. As you see, this is a raw image and this is an image. We can add also, for example, uh, text mesh pro. I need to click on import TMP essentials. And from here, I can change the color, I can change the scale. And from here, I can manage the scale. And here, I can move it up. I want to put the text inside it, I can write it here. Any of the UI elements, if I add any of the UI objects, it will be created automatically inside a canvas. Canvas, it's what the content that's going to be shown inside the game. So we need to put the elements inside the canvas, and also the canvas we can edit. We will explain about editing the canvas in the future, inshallah. These in basics how we can we add components to the Unity. Last thing I'm going to explain today is how to create a scripting file. I can click here on write and then create. From here, I can go to scripting and then mono behavior script. That what we use, what we are going to use in these tutorials. We can select the scriptable or the empty C# script, but mono behavior script is a C# script linked with mono behavior. Mono behavior before in the older before few versions with Unity, usually the scripting editor we use when you download the Unity, a mono behavior it will be downloaded with the Unity, and before we use it for scripting. Now we can, and also before we can use any other software for scripting. And as I told you, I'm going to use the Visual Studio for me. Also, from here, I can create a scripting file, or not from here, sorry, from the assets, create, and then scripting, mono behavior script. I have the script file here. It's better to name it. For example, first script. It's better to write the name in characters, in letters and numbers, not symbols or any other characters, because sometimes these could cause a problem. Once we create the script, we can double click on it to open it, and it will be opened by using the software you have. For me, as I said, I'm going to use the Visual Studio. If you select the mono behavior, the void start and update will be here. If you use the empty C# script, they're not going to appear here. Also, the mono behavior here. Here at the top, we have the library. Usually, we need to call related to the Unity. By using this library, the script or the compiler could understand the code or the words that we are going to write. Here we have the class. Each one of the scripts usually contain one class. Inside the class, we have very popular two functions. The first one, the start and the update. The start means that the instructions or the orders we write here inside the script will be executed for one time. Update, the instructions here will be executed all the time. It will be repeating and looping. Here, usually with any function, it must be begin and end. If any of these missing, then the software, the Unity will give you an error. Also for the class, we have a begin and end. We call them a begin and end. Also, we can call them a curly brackets. Usually with programming, we use the parentheses or round brackets. Also, we could use the square brackets. Also, usually we use the quotation and the double quotation, comma and semicolon, column and semicolon, as you see, and also the dot. These are the most popular characters usually we use in programming. And all the programming must be inside the class, inside between these begin and end. And it depends on the type of programming, on what we write. Sometimes it could be inside the start, if you want to execute it once at a time. Could be inside the update if we want to execute it all the time, or more than one time. Depends. Or we can create our own function. But for now, that's what I'm going to explain for this for the introduction. In next tutorial, inshallah, we'll start learning how to write some codes, and I will explain more about the scripting for you. That's it for today, and thank you.